Well, Betty, when you look a little deeper into JPMorgan's numbers, you begin to realize why Jamie Dimon has outlined 17,000 job cuts over the next year. The business isn't that good. Now, you may be wondering, how could it possibly not be good if we're getting revenue and earnings that are beating expectations and record first quarter profits? The truth of the matter is that some of the things that matter most over the long term to a business like JPMorgan are deteriorating, just like they are for Wells Fargo. The net interest margin that Scarlett was talking about as it concerned Wells Fargo, also down at JPMorgan. You can see right here over the past 5 quarters, it's slumped from 2.6% to under 2.4%. And also mortgage originations. Most of the people who have had an interest in refinancing their homes appear to have done so. And so mortgage origination volume, or at least the growth in mortgage origination volume, as you can see here, Betty, also dropping dramatically. So these underlying demand conditions, Jamie Dimon, the CEO, also talking in the news release that JPMorgan put out about the fact that credit demand isn't really all that strong. And so JPMorgan fortunately had a quarter in which equity and fixed income markets did quite well. And that raises that shows up nicely in their earnings report, Betty. You have a 215% increase in what they call principal transactions. These are gains on things like derivatives and physical commodity positions and hedges. But that's an earnings quality problem because you cannot count on good markets quarter in, quarter out. A bank like JPMorgan, a universal bank, needs good credit. The credit trends are positive, but the demand for credit is weakening, and banks are being forced to be more competitive with each other on loans. And that's why the profit margin on these loans is shrinking and the net interest margin is going down.